This is the Brett Snodgrass channel. I have a special for you guys today. I have Ralf Etienne from Haiti, and he's talking today about the destruction of Haiti, what's going on over there. There's been so much destruction over there, guys. They just had an earthquake killing hundreds of people, injuring thousands more. The schools, churches, homes are all in rubble. Many are without a home. They're living homeless now, families out on the streets, and this is just after the president was assassinated just weeks ago. So open up your hearts, guys, about what we can do over for the poor people of Haiti. Ralf, thanks for joining me today, man.
Well, thank you for this opportunity, Brett. It's my pleasure. I'm excited.
Yeah, I wish it was on better circumstances, but I know Haiti is literally, it's just in devastation right now. Earthquake has hit, killing hundreds of people, thousands injured, devastating schools, churches. I know that you had a project going on there, a children's center that has, been devastated, and there's many people in turmoil right now, and they're looking for answers. So let's just talk to us, man.
I didn't get through life by being sad about the hard thing that happened to me, but it's more about looking to how I can solve those problems with God's help. And so the first thing I do is I just slow down and go on prayer and resting and thinking through. And finally, yesterday, we come up with that vision of what about if the most efficient thing right now probably is to build houses. Because if you remember 5 years ago, when that big hurricane hit, I was in Haiti and God provided the resources where I was able to put roof on 700 homes. So I'm like, well, if 4 years ago I was able to put roof on 700 homes by God's grace, now getting a chance to be in the heart of corporate America, getting MBA at the top business school, UNC here in North Carolina. I said, now I have more resources. Probably I can do way more. So I realized the most efficient, to me at least, the most efficient or effective way to help those people right now is to help them rebuild those houses. And because it's not just the houses, but we create jobs. So I'm like, well, but we need something that is, that has a cost that we can afford. And secondly, that's going to withstand hurricane and earthquake. And I look at like these tiny 300 square feet houses that are going to cost us about $2,500 to build. That's going to be able to withstand, they are both hurricane proof and earthquake proof. And some of them are built already in my town in Haiti, and they prove to be because the earthquake happened and they withstand. So I said, that's it. That's the dream I was looking from God is. So I'm going to go on a spree of building those $2,500 houses. And I managed to save $10,000 for my internship, and I was going to use that to help Haiti anyway. So I'm like, okay, so now I find a specific cause for that. So I'm going to be the first donor to donate $10,000 to build those homes. And so that gave us 4 homes. I was on the phone with a friend just talking about the idea. He's like, Ralf, if you're going to build 4, I'm going to build 1. So now we have 5. My humble or bold dream is to raise $1 million and build 400 of those homes. I want that $10,000 I donate, 1% of $1 million, to be a seed to catalyze, the seed to grow and to yield fruit, and then we can have $1 million. And who knows, if it's God's will, probably we're gonna raise way more than $1 million and build way more than 400 homes, right? But there is a desperate need in our church alone in Haiti, where I was a pastor of that church for 4 years, that 17 families are homeless right now. And it's sad. It's, I can't even handle it. It's like hundreds of, thousands of people that lose their homes and that are homeless right now. And it's just crazy. As I'm talking to you right now, a couple of days after the earthquake, a big hurricane is hitting Haiti right now. And people are under the rain. It's just sad. Older people, young kids. To me, it's like, it's such a joy to be able to have a little bit of money and to give all that, to help put those people back inside a house that is not just a house, but that is a safe hurricane and earthquake proof house. So I'm glad you give me this opportunity to share my dream with your platform, Brett. And I really appreciate, and I really appreciate you too for being an expert in real estate and being willing to at least start brainstorming with me on how we can do this better. So I'm excited, and that's pretty much it.
Now, well, thanks for being here, Ralf. So I just want to kind of get this straight, just tie it into a bow. So number one, obviously, there's a devastation in Haiti. Earthquakes hit. There's a lot of houses that have been in rubble, churches even, schools. And so a lot of people are homeless right now, literally living in crisis. And they were already pretty much living in crisis anyways from the poverty of Haiti, but now it's just a devastation. And one of your goals is to provide housing for these families, and these are earthquake proof. So if earthquake does hit, their houses will not be in rubble. It's made out of materials that is earthquake proof, and these are 300 square foot homes that you can afford for $2,500 per home. Is that correct? So if someone has $2,500, they can literally provide one home for a family that is homeless right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's we're trying to make it simple for people. It's $2,500 that I would build a home. Like you mentioned, the president died recently. That was the sad news. I knew him personally. Actually, he invited me to work with him because of those relationships I have with different cities in Haiti. I think that was very valuable for him to achieve his goals in Haiti. Mm-hmm. I kind of turned it down because I didn't feel in my heart I should be part of politics in Haiti. But it's sad to see him die. And a month later, we have that big earthquake. And now, a couple of days later, Haiti is going through a hurricane right now, like 2 days after the earthquake. And I see reports on the news in Haiti that people died already. It's nuts. People can't go to their homes. Even the home that we've stayed, people are afraid to go inside of them right now. So they are outside, and hurricane is coming. Like, where do we go? So it's, I'm a Christian, and that gives me some positivity. I know God is on top of it all. And we're trying to see how can we let God use us to come up with strategy to make a difference. That keeps me alive and happy because I have a strategy. I'm interviewing with you. I'm talking to people. I'm trying to bring a solution. But this is a very difficult time for the Haitian people right now.
Yeah. Definitely. So if you guys are checking this out, please, Ralf, I want to give you an opportunity just to kind of share your information. Obviously, we all want to help. And a lot of times we want to help. We have a desire to help, but we just don't know how. We need someone that has connections in Haiti, which Ralf does, and that can kind of put this together, So putting a home over a family's head, $2,500 that is earthquake proof, that could be here decades, like Ralf said. That's just an amazing thing. So if you have that, Ralf, why don't you give your information? How can people reach out to you? Where's the best place?
Yeah, so the best place right now is, we have a nonprofit that is well established with some very respected people on our board, and it's tax deduction and everything. So rebuildinghaiti.org, not .com, rebuildinghaiti.org. People can go there, and they can, if they want to donate, they can safely donate there and get tax deduction, etc. And they can also reach out to us. Our email is there, info@rebuildinghaiti.org. So they can reach out to us there if they want to ask for more information. Obviously, they can go on the website, and if they feel called to donate, no obligation, they can donate. Or if they feel called to help me come up, like someone like you who understands real estate, help me come up with strategy, or they want to, or even, look, Brett, even if someone have money in their hand right now, they're like, I don't want to donate to anybody, but I will be happy for a guy like Ralf to help me understand what to do. Mm-hmm. Then I don't care. I don't need any, I don't need the credit for anything. Yeah. I just want the work to be done. So I'll be happy. Just email us, and I'll be happy to get back. Fortunately, I have my full-time offer, although I'll be still in school, but my load will be so much lighter. So I'll be happy, to get in touch with anyone who want to help, or who want my advice, or who want to donate to this effort, or want to hear more. Because some people might want to say, hey, I want to build 100 homes. So I want to talk to Ralf and get to know his board, and to make sure that my money is going the right way. So yeah, reach out, email, or just donate on the website.
Sounds good. And that is rebuildinghaiti.org. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So check that out, rebuildinghaiti.org. Reach out to Ralf, and we all want to help. And I think that's just the bottom line. I mean, if you're listening to this, if you're listening to any of my podcasts, I'm sure you're a person that does want to help people. And right now, Haiti needs help more than ever. I mean, they've always needed a lot of help, and now just more than ever, everything that's happened in the past weeks. So thank you so much for being on, Ralf. Appreciate you, man.
Brett, it is my pleasure. I can't thank you enough. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I praise God for how you are using your platform to make God's name great and alleviate poverty. So I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to staying in touch.
If you want to see a full episode with Ralf, you can actually check out the Brett Snodgrass podcast, episode 13. So I interviewed Ralf, and we spent about 45 to an hour of talking about his story about Haiti. So check that out too.